Chapter 12's essential question is, how are two-dimensional figures used to solve problems involving three-dimensional figures? You'll notice that we skipped chapters 10 and 11, and it's not that those two chapters aren't important, but in the interest of time, we only have a few weeks left of school, and I felt that chapter 12's materials content was important for you to get some extra practice on using formulas and solving for variables, and it's a nice connection to some of the things that we've already done. So depending on how much time we have after May 5th, we may go back and look at some content from chapter 10 and 11. Notice that there are 9 lessons on your outline. There are actually 10 sections or 10 lessons, but I'm only assessing you on 9 of those. And you do have a little bit of IXL lessons to complete at 80%. You are allowed to use a calculator. I have come across a few students saying they're getting into the 50, 60, 70 problems before getting their 80%. Please don't ever go past 30 questions on any one lesson. If you're going past that, it just means that you need a little maybe need a little help one-on-one, and I'd like to go over that with you before you keep on going and making the same mistake over and over again. So on any particular lesson, don't go past about 30 questions, and then just shoot me an email and we can make sure that you are understanding what you need to get done. There are quite a few worksheets here that I'm taking for a grade. I've noticed in the past that some of you are just writing down the answers, and I will not accept those if you're just writing down answers. If you like to show your work on a separate piece of paper, just make sure and staple that piece of paper to your worksheet so I know that you are doing your work. It is completely fine to use a calculator during this chapter, but only if you are showing the work that I have asked you to show in the different videos. There's a project called the Sandcastle Project, and I will show you that on the next screen. The mid-chapter quiz should be taken somewhere after lesson 12.6, and that can be either monitored by myself or the EY coordinator or your classroom teacher. And then, of course, we'll have the end of the chapter test when you're finished. All of these items are due May 5th. For the note sheet here, we have lesson 12.1 through 12.9 checks, and then we also have a couple brain pop videos and a couple ed puzzles. I know some of you like to start right away by doing the ed puzzles and the brain pop. That's a really nice thing to check off your list right away. And of course you have the IXL lessons and the Sandcastle project. This video right now that I'm making, I'll put a QR code right there for the Chapter 12 overview. You also have the QR codes for each of the brain pops and the ed puzzle. You have a few ed puzzle notes to take here, and then some formulas to write down. C equals pi times diameter. In the blank, I want you to write circumference of a circle. V equals LWH. I want you to write down the volume of a rectangular prism. So go ahead and fill those in. You have a reference sheet in your packet. You also have a couple pages in your book that you can look up those formulas. For the lesson note sheets, I put the QR code to the video right on the page, and I'm not working out the example problems, but I just chose 3 problems from the lesson that I thought were good problems to go over with you. So make sure that you show all the work in these boxes during the video that you're watching. And I don't think there's really anything else that's new on this other than that QR code right on the sheet. If you have a sheet like this one for lesson 12.4, make sure you go to that page 574, 575 and fill in the chart. Don't just leave it blank. And then I helped you out with a lot of the vocabulary words where you don't have to look up the full definitions. I also helped you out by typing in the what you'll learn statements. So hopefully that will help you out and get you done in time May 5th. Some of you still need to wrap up your your work from the enrichment unit. So May 5th will be here before we know it. So just plan on trying to get one lesson done each day, and you should be on target. So that I know that you have watched this video and I will mark it down in my grade book that you watched this, please email me one goal that you have for chapter 12. And once you email me that, I'll know that you've watched this video and you can move on.